Good day, I'm Cristy and we're going to discuss what is deforestation. So, what is deforestation? For me, deforestation is also a human activities that can lead to a severe de- destruction of our environment, and it can also cause a loss of habitats for our species or animals. So let's read what does the deforestation mean. Wait. So deforestation, it is the clearing or thinning the forest by humans. Deforestation represents one of the largest issues in global land use. Estimates of deforestation traditionally are based on the area of forest cleared for human use, including removal of the trees for wood products and for croplands and grazing lands. In the practice of the clearing cutting, all the trees are removed from the land, which completely destroy the forest. In some cases, however, even partial logging and accidental fires thin out the trees enough to change the forest structure dramatically. So that's the meaning, and we're going to move of how does the deforestation cause our environment or ecosystem. So as you can see, we have a picture here, a section of clearing out forests in Romania, UNESCO Bogdan Fotolia. It's looked like a bald in our hair. So we're going to move. So the history. Conversion of forests to land use for other purposes has a long history. Earth's croplands, which cover about 49 million square kilometer or 18.9 million square miles, are mostly deforested land. Most present-day scrublands receive enough rain and are warm enough to have one supported forest of one kind of another. Only about 1 million square kilometer or 390,000 square miles of croplands are in areas that would have been cool boreal forests as in Scandinavia and northern Canada. Much of the remainder was once moist subtropical or tropical forests are in eastern North America, western Europe, and eastern China temperate forests. So we people or we human also do some cutting of trees just to have a crop plants for us to have food in order to survive. Even though we see that as a we see that croplands made us food for us to eat, but we didn't know that it can also it is also one of the major cause of deforestation because we cut trees for it just to have a croplands. As you can see, we have a lot of farmers who buy lands just to have a croplands for their rice or anything that can be useful as a source of food. They can let their animals live in there, but they didn't know that they able to destroy even a small trees or any trees that are able to grow in that land. So it's part of human activities also. And this is the coastal forest of Rio de Janeiro state, Brazil, badly fragmented as portion were cleared for cattle grazing, courtesy Stuart L. Payne. So next, modern deforestation. The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, or FAO, estimated that the annual rate of deforestation is about 1.3 million square kilometer per decade. Though the rate has slowed in some places in the early 21st century as a result of enhanced forest management practices and the establishment of nature preserves, the greatest deforestation is occurring in the tropics, where a wide variety of forests exist. They range from rainforests that are hot and wet year round to forests that are merely humid and moist, to those in which trees in varying proportions lose their leaves in the dry season, and to dry open woodlands because boundaries between these categories are inevitably arbitrary. Estimates differ regarding how much deforestation has occurred in the tropics. So in 21st century, we we people or the government also preserve our environment because we need to do it so we can preserve it in the next generation or in the future for us to live and to enhance forest management practices. Tropical forest and deforestation. Tropical forest and deforestation in the early 21st century, Encyclopedia Britannica Corporation. So the blue color here is a rainforest, the Amazon rainforest, yeah. But let me in the year 2019 or 2018, the rainforest of the Amazon was born, and there's a lot of animals who died in there because of a wildfire. I don't know if they restored the rainforest there. So Conco Basin, it has a large rainforest too. And this color yellow, is this color yellow or green, light green? It is dry or deciduous forest. So may like South Asia, maybe they call it dry or deciduous forest because may it is also it is also a forest, but there's they also made it as a croplands maybe. And the forested areas here colored what we call orange. Orange, wait, oh no, it's not orange. Like Central Africa, Madagascar, and where? So it is a deforested area.
And this is the image of Borneo deforestation. In addition, most of the planet's valuable biodiversity is within forests, particularly tropical ones. Moist tropical forests such as the Amazon have the greatest concentration of animal and plant species of any terrestrial ecosystem. Perhaps two-thirds of Earth's species live only in these forests. As deforestation produced, it has the potential to cause the extinction of increasing number of these species. One or more local scale, the effect of forest clearing, selective logging, and fires interact. Selective logging increases the flammability of the forest because it converts a close, wetter forest into a more open, dried one. This leaves for the forest vulnerable to the accident movement of forests from cleared adjacent agricultural lands and to the killing effects of natural droughts. As wildfires, logging and drought continue the forest can become progressively more open until all the trees are lost. Additionally, the burning of tropical forests is generally a seasonal phenomenon and can severely impact of air quality. Record-breaking level of air pollution have occurred in South Asia as a result of burning for oil palm plantation. In the tropicals, marsh and the forest land exist in the form of steppes, mountain, hillsides. The combination of steep slopes, high rainfall, and the lack of tree roots to bind the soil can lead to disastrous landslide and destroy fields, homes, and human lives. With the significant expectation of the forest destroyed for the oil palms industry, many of the humid forests that have been cleared are soon abandoned as croplands or only used for low density grazing because of soil are extremely poor in nutrients. To clear forest that contains most of the nutrients is often burned, and the nutrients literally go up in smoke or wash away in the next rain. Although forests may grow after being cleared and abandoned, this is not always the case, especially if the remaining forests are highly fragmented. Such habitat fragmentation isolates population of plants and animal species from each other, making it difficult to reproduce without genetic bottlenecks, and fragments may be too small to support large or territorial animals. Furthermore, deforested lands that are planted with commercially important trees lack biodiversity and do not serve as habitats for native plants and animals, many of which endangered species.